All right, now they come back and Lynn Gooch is buzzing buzzing the runway there. At that point, I thought they were coming into land.
Yeah, I did too. That was a flyby, I think, as they call it in the movies. Now, you know, it was a nurse at Mountain Lakes Medical Center in Rabun County that I had mentioned this second wind dreams to. And she and another nurse started talking, and they both live in this area. And they said, you know, we think we know somebody who might help us with this. They knew Mr. Gooch.
Oh.
So it was very widespread. We're talking about 3 counties of people putting their minds together to make this happen. So Rabun, Towns, and Union County all together had contributors to this dream, just of ideas.
You know, actually, yeah, just of ideas, because in a few minutes I talked to the owner of the RV. He calls it an RV. I call it a bus.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of my favorite shots of them coming in. I think he's looking to see if everybody's waited
still
on
there.
him. Yeah. Well, we were gone a long time. I hope they didn't get hungry and go eat. But let's see. Yeah, Kenneth is from. I believe he said Kennesaw.
I believe so.
So.
So yeah, even more areas. It's more widespread.
Yeah. Okay, so the first part has been accomplished, and at this point, Robin, does he know that there's more to it?
No, has no idea. This should be it.
So he thinks that's it.
We're working now on the second part. All right, he'd always wanted to take his family cross country in an RV, and we couldn't really make that happen. But what we came up with is using this RV to take him and some family members to Field of the Woods in Murphy, which felt like cross country because that was about a 30-minute trip.
Yeah, that's
I guess.
quite a trek.
So it was a variation on the original dream that he had, but I think it made him pretty happy.
Oh, I think so. Now, I think he probably could have run to the RV.
I think so.
Because I know he was just really, stoked about everything that was going on. Got windblown hair.
Yeah, of course. We always worry that our loved ones look good. Got to get that hair fixed.
Yeah. And
you see that smile though, and all that energy. It's a fascinating thing with hospice patients. Anybody, and not just hospice patients, when you're feeling bad, if something good is happening to you, or you have hope about something, your spirit kind of takes over instead of your body.
Right.
And we see it time and time again, and that's an amazing thing to me.
And he responded well after this day, did he not?
He did.
I can imagine a smile. Now here's the bus driver.
Well, I'm Kenneth Westmoreland. I'm from Kennesaw, Georgia. We're here today to take Mr. Payne up in a helicopter ride first, and then in my motorhome to the Field of the Woods in North Carolina. Well, it is a bus converted into a motorhome.
Have you done anything like this before?
No, not really. I try to do some things to help out, but this is something that I think it just make me feel good. Hilda Thomason with the North Georgia Mountain Fair, we're good friends, and some of the hospice people had asked her to if she knew somebody that had a motorhome, and of course we're good friends, so she asked me if I'd do it, and I was glad to do it.
Nice fella, and he's very gracious to share his time. Now, we're on the RV, or the bus, or the motorhome, or whatever you want to call it. It's Rockstar Tour Bus is what it is. I'm talking about, seems to me, there were, granite countertops, and, the fixtures were incredible. And now he's being told that they're headed to Field in the Woods, right? Mm-hmm. And that was to be private for the family.
Right. Widescreen TV.
Yes. I wanted to respect their privacy, but I was very thankful that they allowed me to go this far. After I got off the bus, tell me what happened.
You shouldn't have gotten off the bus, is what happened.
I didn't want to get off the bus.
I know, and that was great. You were right. They needed to have their family time. But before the bus left the airport, a very special call came through from Gene Watson.
Wow.
To the patient. And that was Everette Payne. So Gene Watson made his phone call there, talked to him a little bit about music, and I understand they listened to a Gene Watson CD all the way over to Field of the Woods.
Wow.
And we were all following like a little parade, and when we showed up at Field of the Woods, there were church members. Mr. Payne's church members were there, had their musical instruments. I believe, what do we count, 80 maybe? 80 close personal friends
really?
And family members were there with food, lots of hugs and kisses. All of a sudden I felt like I was a family member, I mean, you were just welcomed right in. And Mr. Payne was having such a good time. There was some really good food there too.
Yeah.
So we sang, there was lots of music played, lots of food. And then someone from the gift shop there said, there's a phone call from Mr. Payne. And so I took the phone, and it was Steve Warner. And I told Mr. Warner that about Mr. Payne's dream, and he would really love to go to the Grand Ole Opry, but since he couldn't, we appreciate him making the call to Mr. Payne. And I said, now, he just flew for the first time. And he said, oh, my goodness, he won't want to talk to me then. And I said, I bet he will. So I handed the phone to Mr. Payne, and I think the first thing he said was, now, you're going to have to speak up, Sonny, if you want to talk to me. So they spoke probably 20 minutes.
Really?
And I had backed off so that I was not eavesdropping, but I listened to that last minute there, and Mr. Payne said, you don't know what this meant to me. You just don't know.
Yeah.
So, got to really thank the folks at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
They sent him a couple of T-shirts, and but that phone call, that was really special.
That is great.
And then we decided to let the family have some privacy as well. Those of us with the Second Wind Dreams board, and we left. But we understand that the family then gathered together, went to the baptismal pool, and Mr. Payne baptized his grandsons.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
And he had more energy than we did at the end of the day. We were all worn out. Mr. Payne was still going strong. He looked like the bride at a bridal shower. He was grinning from ear to ear.
Yeah.
I'm sure his face was sore from smiling so much.
Oh, I'll bet. It's something you'll never forget.
Oh, yeah.
And the family. And that's what folks, I don't think, really recognize. And to be honest, I didn't either until I got some inside information, because at hospice you treat the patient, but you treat the family or the caregivers or the friends or those associated with.